I am Alyssa Yeager of Rhiannon's Lark, and today's set is going to be all sweet and geeky originals. Let's start out with a song about the board game Settlers of Catan. I started out with a plan to build a monopoly. I've got the best numbers, they're sure to be rolled, and soon I'll have all I need. I left very little to luck. I prefer to rely on strategy. 2 roads away and a settlement, and the sheep port's all for me. But I've been double-crossed, hung out to dry. Stolen my sheep, although you have no sheep, I am left to cry. I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for wheat, I've got sheep for anything, I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for stone. I'd even take that brick from you, I've got sheep for wood. I don't understand, was it just for spite? You're in just as much of a bind as I. We're both out of luck, can't turn back time. You're the proud owner of an empty port, I am left to cry. I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for wheat, I've got sheep for anything, I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for stone. I'd even take that brick from you, I've got sheep for wood. I'm a third of the way to a development card. That's a long, long way from winning. I just can't find a good way out. I've got sheep for wood, I'll trade you 2 for 1. All right, 5 for 3. I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for stone. I'd even take that brick from you, I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for wood, I've got sheep for wheat, I've got sheep for anything, I've got sheep for wheat, I've got sheep for anything, I've got sheep for wood. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you all here. I'm feeling like a bit of a Who today, like the Who's down in Whoville. I'm rocking it. Yeah. So this next song was originally started when I had the idea for it. It was about working together with people who are really good at what they do. And it seems like that would be great, right? To have a group of people who are all really good at what they do. But sometimes problems arise because when you're really good at what you do, you're not always good at taking suggestions from other people. And so the idea was that it's hard to work together in a group when you're awesome. And then it sort of got a little more niche-y and became about the Avengers and how it might be hard for them to work together in a group. You might recognize the melody on this next one. It's hard to work together when you're awesome. It's hard to share the victory with a team. You may think we're satisfied with goodness, but it's your adulation that we need. Once you've built your hero status, Aid from others you'll forego. At most you'll tolerate a sidekick. No opening acts to steal the show. Gaining throngs of cheering fans who adore your every move. When another hero steps in, it's sure to kick you right out of your groove. It's hard to work together when you're awesome. It's hard to share the victory with a team. You may think we're satisfied with goodness, but it's your adulation that we need. Captain's shield block Hawkeye's arrow. Black Widow can't find the Ant-Man. Thor dropped his hammer on Bruce Banner. Now Hulk smashes away without a plan. The Scarlet Witch bent Iron Man's armor. Vision's caught in the spider's web. Black Panther's off somewhere with Falcon. And Loki's altruism's on the ebb. It's hard to work together when you're awesome. It's hard to share the victory with a team. You may think we're satisfied with goodness, but it's your adulation that we need. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, your dreams of good guy harmony, but it's not all cake and rainbows, champagne on Tony Stark's balcony. Now we've all got the same end game, and though we'd rather not compete, we're all in it for the glory, and coming second counts as a defeat. It's hard to work together when you're awesome. It's hard to share the victory with a team. You may think we're satisfied with goodness, but it's your adulation that we need. Yeah, you may think we're satisfied with goodness, but it's your adulation that we need. Thanks for putting that up there, Annie. Sometimes I put the little tip link on the screen, but I am recording this for other purposes as well. And while I can edit out the talking later, it's harder to edit out a big block of text in the middle of my screen. Let's see what else is going on here in the chat. Nice. Just once. I would love to work with pros. Yeah, I remember group work in high school. I remember it being a horrible, horrible thing. Let's see what's coming up here. All right, so this next song is about a folk tale that doesn't actually exist. It's a folk tale that we sort of created at a con one day. And it's about a tub, a wishing tub. And you can make any wish in the world that you would like, and your wish will come true. However, a spider, or multiple spiders, commensurate with the size of your wish, will also emerge from the tub. So this is the classic, be careful what you wish for. Make a wish, little boy, for a bright, shiny toy. Wish for candy, too. And on the day that your wish comes true, there'll come a tiny spider, too. Make a wish, little girl, for a sweet pink pearl. Wish for a kitty cat, too. And on the day that your wish comes true, there'll come a small spider, too. The wishing tub, it's fun and it's scary. Darkness falls upon the world with each wish from the wishing tub. Make a wish, young man, for a tricky plan. Wish for laughter too. And on the day that your wish comes true, there'll come an average spider too. Make a wish, young lady, for a boyfriend Brady. Wish for good grades too. And on the day that your wish comes true, there'll come a large spider too. The wishing tub, it's powerful and strange. Darkness falls upon the world with each wish from the wishing tub. Make a wish, good sir, for a personal chauffeur. Wish for a mansion too. And on the day that your wish comes true, there'll come a huge spider too. Make a wish, mistress, for a growing business. Wish for fame too. And on the day that your wish comes true, there'll come a giant spider too. The wishing tub, it's wonderful and vile. Darkness falls upon the world with each wish from the wishing tub. Make a wish, everyone, for unending fun. Wish for world peace too. And on the day that your wish comes true, there'll come a massive spider too. The wishing tub, it's magic and it's death. Darkness falls upon the world with each wish from the wishing tub. So that's the wishing tub. And the idea is that for live shows, I would have a big bag of the little spiders from like Oriental Trading Company or something. I would just reach in and grab a handful and throw them out into the audience and shout, "Spiders!" It'd be wonderful and beautiful. And I can't do it right now because then I would just throw them at my computer screen and they would bounce right back to me. This next song, some of you may already know this, but some of you may not, is loosely based on the game Dominion. And in this game, in the base set, there is a card called the Witch, and she can foretell the future a little bit for you, but she's also an attack card that hurts other players. And so you know when the first person goes for the Witch card that everybody's going to have to start going for the Witch card to balance out the scales. So this is another song about being careful what you wish for, because it might come true. Coming from the darkness, from the shadows, from the night, call upon her cautiously to gift you with her sight. She can bring prosperity, she can bring despair. There's no one who controls the Iron Witch. You think that you have found her, that she answers to your need. Think that you have mastered, that she follows where you lead. She will follow only her own dark desires. There's no one who controls the Iron Witch. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. The role that you're to play in this has only just begun. Thought you'd called a power here, thought that you had won. Now you find you'll serve her, a familiar to her cause. There's no one who controls the Iron Witch. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. The role that you're to play in this has only just begun. Thought you'd called a power here, thought that you had won. Now you find you'll serve her, a familiar to her cause. There's no one who controls the Iron Witch. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. Iron Witch, I do recant the words that brought you here. I knew not what I set free. I knew not what I set free. I've been doing a series of what I'm calling Lark Pop videos recently, and they are up on my Facebook Rhiannon's Lark page as well as YouTube. And they give some of the backstory and some of the inspiration and personal things that were going on when I wrote these songs. And I released Iron Witch last week if you're interested in finding out more on the backstory on that one. And then tomorrow I will be coming out with the pop-up video for the 9th round of Eclipse. This next one was written about the theme Lost in Translation. But instead of being about a specific spoken language, it's about social cues and body language, in particular for those of us who have some degree of social anxiety and want people to know perhaps that we like them or enjoy spending time with them, but the cues that we give off do not say that. This is Lost in Translation. I meant to say I like you, but I just hid my eyes. I meant to introduce myself, but my God, what would that imply? So I'll just sit here quietly and somehow hope you guess all the things that I can't say. My social graces are a mess, and all my good intentions are just lost in translation. We're speaking the same language, but my message goes astray. My social anxiety comes across as impropriety. I only hope my muddled cues don't chase you away. If you like a puzzle, try me on for size. Hours of decoding fun are yours, I'm quite a prize. The smallest nod my great esteem, while wide eyes hold my pain. When I run and hide, you'll know you've captivated me again. And all my good intentions are just lost in translation. We're speaking the same language, but my message goes astray. My social anxiety comes across as impropriety. I only hope my muddled cues don't chase you away. My feelings like the sun, still there despite a full eclipse. You'll need a bit of patience, don't judge me by today. Perhaps a few years down the road, I won't have to say that all my good intentions are just lost in translation. We're speaking the same language, but my message goes astray. My social anxiety comes across as impropriety. I only hope my muddled cues don't chase you away. 'Cause all my good intentions are just lost in translation. We're speaking the same language, but my message goes astray. My social anxiety comes across as impropriety. But if you get it, you might make a new friend today. Yeah, if you get it, you might make a new friend today. All right, I get to talk for a minute while I swap over to the uke. You are welcome, Thorsten. Yeah, I saw your post earlier today on Facebook about the INTJ, which is what I am as well, by the way. I've been taking this marketing course through laser campaigns recently since I have lots of time to spend on the internet. Actually, I've been super busy during quarantine. And one of the things we were supposed to work on is our mission statement for our projects. My music being my project. And I gave that a lot of thought, and I sort of modified it from where I began in thinking about what I really like to do is create this ongoing soundtrack for people who, the way I describe it is people who see the world in non-traditional ways. So people like me, people like you, people who maybe don't feel connected to normal in society, and give those people a voice, at least as far as the experiences that I've had, and share that you're not alone. And there is value in all different types of people and all different types of experiences. This is Reggie, my uke. If you are on a formal basis with him, you can call him Sir Reginald, but typically Reggie is okay. I think this is the first song that I wrote for the ukulele, and it's about a T-Rex. Because what else would you write for a tiny little instrument but a song about a T-Rex? And this is actually a true story about a T-Rex on the whiteboard that we have in our dining room. And my husband used to come down and write like little cartoons and thought bubbles and stuff above the T-Rex's head. And then one day they stopped, and I was wondering what had happened, so I wrote a song about it. There's a T-Rex on my whiteboard who's been quiet lately. He used to have so much to say. There's a T-Rex on my whiteboard who's been quiet lately. I wonder what chased his voice away. T-Rex, are you listening? 'Cause I've been listening for you. T-Rex, are you lonely? Are you bored or angry or blue? I'm not sure if the T-Rex lives off childish wonder. Have we become too serious for him? If we made more time for games and laughter, would he be inspired to join in? T-Rex, are you listening? 'cause I've been listening for you. T-Rex, are you hungry? Do you just need something to chew? There's a T-Rex on my whiteboard who's been quiet lately. He used to have so much to say. There's a T-Rex on my whiteboard who's been quiet lately. I wonder what chased his voice away. T-Rex, are you listening? Why don't you come out to play? T-Rex, if I know you, you've got a lot more to say. Yes, you've got a lot more to say. I'll be listening. Now, if you like that song, you can find a version of it with me singing it in a large inflatable T-Rex suit out about on the internet, or by going to singinglark.com and checking out the link to YouTube where all the videos live. It's also on Facebook. This next one is another one about a board game. It's kind of a niche board game that I don't think a ton of people know about, but it's called Waggle Dance, and it's about bees making honey. And if you listen to this song carefully, particularly the last chorus, you're going to learn everything that you need to know to win this game. And it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, you'll find. Each one's got to toe the line. Well, it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. You start with 6, and it seems like a pretty good hive. They're building your nest and laying some eggs, and everything's gonna work out fine. The second round comes, you rolled a pair, and that's good for you, 'cause now you can hatch those eggs you laid and build your worker bee crew. And it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, you'll find. Each one's got to toe the line. Well, it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. The battle begins for the nectar. You'll need to turn your tiles. The more bees you have that match in number, the better your chances will be. You think you've won now. The pink and white nectar will be yours. But someone plays a sneaky queen card, and your bees are left empty-handed. And it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, you'll find. Each one's got to toe the line. Well, it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. You worked your way through, you swapped and traded, and now that mismatched nectar is gold, honey gold. All that's left is the tally at the end. And it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. Yeah, it takes a lot of work, you'll find. Each one's got to toe the line. Well, it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. Yeah, it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. But in case of a tie, you'll see the least bees claim victory. So don't take too many bees just to make a little honey. Yeah, don't take too many bees just to make a little honey. But it takes a lot of bees just to make a little honey. So did you catch that at the end there? In case of a tie, whoever has the least number of bees is going to win the game. And that seems like it wouldn't be super relevant because usually you play these games and it's pretty rare that there's a tie. But when I played this game for the first time, we had 4 of us playing, and I think 3 of us were in a tie at the end. It just all kind of comes together at the same time, and everybody's different pathways lead them to the victory condition at the same time. So if you can make do with less bees, then you're doing good. I'll do one more for you on uke. So in case you have not noticed, I am not Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift very much. I like her music. But other than being musicians, I feel like we probably don't have a ton of stuff in common, at least where her path has taken her and where my path has taken me. So I decided to take one of her songs and rewrite the lyrics to be more about somebody like me. And somebody like me is super type A and writes a lot of to-do lists and really enjoys checking things off the to-do list. Once, twice, 3 times, it makes me feel super productive. Personality type A, I do things my own way, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay. You'll never see me late. Can't stand too slow a pace, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I never sleeping, can't seem to stop thinking, even if I feel I'm sinking. If it says to do, baby, I'm gonna see it through. Now the house is quite a wreck. But if you give me a sec, I'm just gonna check it off. I check it off. And now I've gathered all the specs. Got jobs up to my neck. I'm just gonna check it off. I check it off. I check it off. I check it off. I add things one by one. I like to get them done. For me, it's kind of fun. For me, it's kind of fun. When the list is extra long, I'll be feeling extra strong. So you can bring it on. You can bring it on. I never sleeping, can't seem to stop thinking, even if I feel I'm sinking. If it says to do, baby, I'm gonna see it through. Now the house is quite a wreck. But if you give me a sec, I'm just gonna check it off. I check it off. And now I've gathered all the specs. Got jobs up to my neck. I'm just gonna check it off. I check it off. I'll check it off. I'll check it off. I'll check it off. I'll check it off. All right, that's it for Reggie today. He's just a little guy, so he's only got energy for a few songs. But I'm going to switch back over to Rhea. The key to home recording is getting all the wires in the right place. Okay, so this next one is called Variations on an Appa. For those of you who have watched some or all of the Nickelodeon cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender, then you will get this pretty easily. For those of you who have not, Appa is the animal companion. Some consider him sort of a spirit animal companion of the avatar Aang. And he is a flying bison. He's called a sky bison, and he has 6 legs. So he's this giant white and tan furry flying thing. And he's awesome. And he goes through all the feels in this series. So I'm going to sing you some variations as far as the different adventures that Appa gets himself into. One more thing that's important to know, for those of you who haven't seen the series, you're going to hear me say, "Yip, yip, Appa." And "yip, yip" is the command to get Appa to fly. Yip, yip, Appa, yip, yip. It's going to be a long way, yip, yip. From the South Pole to the air temples and the Earth Kingdom, and then to the Fire Nation and do it all again. Five bison calves circle their mother over temples in the sky. This is the day you'll meet your companion for life. Little Aang holds out an apple as the tiny giant descends. We'll always be together, my friend. Yip, yip, Appa, yip, yip. It's going to be a long way, yip, yip. From the South Pole to the air temples and the Earth Kingdom, and then to the Fire Nation and do it all again. Now the Shearshu has sniffed them out and the battle's engaged. June applies her whip freely and Appa's enraged. Aang battles Zuko while Appa keeps Nyla at bay. You won't capture the Avatar today. Yip, yip, Appa, yip, yip. It's going to be a long way, yip, yip. From the South Pole to the air temples and the Earth Kingdom, and then to the Fire Nation and do it all again. Aang's cries ring out across the lonely dunes as the sandbender sold Appa into servitude. Through flames, fear, and fury, he struggles to get free. So close to home, he's captured by the Dai Li. Yip, yip, Appa, yip, yip. It's going to be a long way, yip, yip. From the South Pole to the air temples and the Earth Kingdom, and then to the Fire Nation and do it all again. Back together, earth, air, and water make a powerful band. When Zuko comes to add fire, they're reluctant to take his hand. But a giant lick from Appa will make them all think twice. A sky bison's tongue is always right. Yip, yip, Appa, yip, yip. It's going to be a long way, yip, yip. From the South Pole to the air temples and the Earth Kingdom, and then to the Fire Nation and do it to the Fire Nation and do it all again. All right, this next one is jump into a different series. This one is about one of my favorite characters from Game of Thrones. And if you haven't seen the television series or you are put off by the television series, that's okay because this is about the books. So it goes through the end of the last released book. So no spoilers. And if you're not caught up with the books yet, they've been out for about 20 years. So what are you waiting for? But this is about Arya Stark. And just in case you are not familiar with this meme, this line, her dancing teacher, the man who teaches her how to wield her sword, always asks her, what is the only thing that we have to fear? And the answer is death. And what do we say to death? Not today. A life for a life, a debt that must be paid. The stranger claims his due. A life for a life, a choice that must be made. The time is right for you. Not today, not today. I won't kneel, I won't pray, I won't learn the name of death today. Not today, not today. I will hunt, I will slay, and you'll take my place with death today. With no care for honor, he stole away my father. He whispered at my ear. Whetted by the slaughter, he came then for my mother, and thought to make me fear. Not today, not today. I won't kneel, I won't pray, I won't learn the name of death today. Not today, not today. I will hunt, I will slay, and you'll take my place with death today. A new face I will bind, though the enemy is blind, to keep my name from chance. Trials, loss, and time, my assassin skills refined, I step up to the dance. Not today, not today. I won't kneel, I won't pray, I won't learn the name of death today. Not today, not today. I will hunt, I will slay, and you'll take my place with death today. A life for a life, a choice that must be made. The stranger claims his due. A life for a life, a choice that must be made. The time is ripe for you. Not today, not today. I won't kneel, I won't pray, I won't learn the name of death today. Not today, not today. I will hunt, I will slay, and you'll take my place with death today. And you'll take my place with death today. Okay, so I've got 3 more for you guys today. On Saturday, I will be doing a concert as part of DemiCon, which you can find on Facebook. We don't have the exact links yet to where all the concerts will be streaming other than Facebook, but you can look up DemiCon music on Facebook if you want to check that out. In the meantime, you can always find my music at singinglark.com, and that will lead you to the free streaming music, digital downloads if you want to purchase those. You can send tips, you can watch videos, you can find out if and when I will have live shows again sometime in the future. This next one is another true story about when I started learning to play the game X-Wing. And if you're not familiar, this is a game based on the ships in the Star Wars universe. So you've got your Rebel faction, you've got your Imperial faction, and then they also added a Scum and Villainy faction. And you're basically building a fleet and flying against each other and trying to destroy each other's ships. And so this is the story of my getting involved in that game. It's called Addicted to X-Wing. I'll admit that the first time I played, I had to be dragged into it. Spatial reasoning isn't my forte, and I hate every time I lose a ship. 3 weeks in, I braved it several times. I'm winning, but I'm still stressed out. Is it luck or skill controlling my dial? One wrong move, my best ship is down. That's when the campaign took over. Missions with a story to tell. Now I feel I'm part of something bigger. Allies counting on me to fly well. Now one mission turns into 2. It's midnight and we're still rolling dice. Just a few more XP, please. I know that we can handle those times. 'Cause I'm addicted to X-Wing. It kinda snuck up on me. I'd worry about what my friends would think, but they play almost as much as me. Yeah, we're addicted to X-Wing, and I'm proud to say I was pointing out the models of Imperial ships, watching Empire Strikes Back yesterday. Now I build all of my own squads, considering seriously whether I want pilots that boost attack or improve my agility. How many missions more will I face? How long till my wallet runs dry? I'm running out of space in my plano boxes, but there's a new wave out I need to try. 'Cause I'm addicted to X-Wing. It kinda snuck up on me. I'd worry about what my friends would think, but they play almost as much as me. Yeah, we're addicted to X-Wing, and I'm proud to say I was pointing out the models of Imperial ships, watching Empire Strikes Back yesterday. 'Cause I'm addicted to X-Wing. I dream about it each night. Bring on your TIE bombers and your Phantoms too. I'm always ready for a good fight. 'Cause I'm addicted to X-Wing. it kinda snuck up on me. I'd worry about what my friends would think, but they play almost as much as me. Yeah, they play almost as much as me. Okay, they don't play quite as much as me. All of that is true, including the dreaming about phantoms. This next song was inspired by a walk along a beach in Seattle. So I am from Troy, New York right now, but we like to go out to the West Coast. I have family out there, and we also like to go out to the parks and do some hiking. And we were walking on this beach, and there was just a little sort of puddle left over on the beach where the high tides had left some water behind. And I looked at that and I thought, what if there was a kraken living in that puddle? If you're not familiar with the kraken, they are the fearsome beast that is featured in a number of different sci-fi fantasy worlds. And they are destructive and harmful and dangerous. But what if there was just a tiny little kraken living in there? Would he be a fearsome beast? Or would we just make these wrongful assumptions about him? So I wrote a song about it. It's called Tiny Kraken. Tiny kraken, you are so adorable, makes me want to sigh and coo. Baby kraken, safe under the water, how could anyone fear you? Little kraken, exploring your tide pool, your first teeth have just come in. Toddler kraken, wondering how the world works, you're just learning how to swim. Oh, but the world makes assumptions. When you've got a big head and tentacles. If you're not the hero, then you must be the villain. And you're just not quite hero stuff. Gangly kraken, awkward with the other fish, fitting in is hard to do. Adolescent kraken, dragging quite a stench around, everyone makes fun of you. Oh, but the world makes assumptions. When you've got a big head and tentacles. If you're not the hero, then you must be the villain. And you're just not quite hero stuff. Full-grown kraken, now it's time to prove yourself. You know what they all expect. Adult kraken, chaos in your wake, men and ships alike all wrecked. Oh, when the world makes assumptions. What they get. You couldn't be the hero, and so you'll be the villain. You'll be the greatest villain yet. Decades of despair all across the seas, 20,000 leagues saw the Lord of the Rings. Scoutmen's hearts will slacken when they hear. Release the Kraken! You'll be the greatest villain yet. Overweight Kraken, lounging in the watery depths, reflecting on your reign of terror. Geriatric Kraken, ready for your quiet years, put to rest the world's great error. Oh, when the world makes assumptions, you know they deserve what they get. You couldn't be the hero, and so you were the villain. You were the greatest villain yet. All right, so be careful making assumptions about others. There is something in between the black and the white, and you don't really know their whole story until you learn it. You don't know what kind of monsters you might be creating. I've got one more song for you today, and I'm going to swap over to a backing track, and we're going to see how that works. Okay, so a while back when I first started doing Rhiannon's Lark as a project, I was doing the Song a Week challenge. So every week I was writing a new original song, and some weeks you just don't feel all that inspired. So my husband said, "Oh, well, I got lots of ideas. I'll give you some ideas." I said, "Okay, give me an idea." And he said, "You know, I've always had this thought about a ninja who wears corduroy, and he has to learn how to be sneaky wearing corduroy." So I said, "All right, I will write that song if you will make me a corduroy ninja." And we both kept up our ends of the bargain, and you're going to hear that now. And what I am using is actually the backing track off of the Sky Full of Phoenix album for this song, Corduroy Ninja, so that you can hear what it's like when I'm not just live, but when I record in studio, I get to do lots of different instrumentation and harmonies and such. So we're going to see if this works well with the audio interface for live streaming today. Corduroy ninja wears a suit made of corduroy. Can't sneak up on anyone, so he's a sad ninja. Corduroy ninja had a fight with his master. Refuses to wear something else. He's a stubborn ninja. He says, "My mama made this suit for me, and she knows I'm gonna make her proud one day. So I'm not gonna switch to cotton or silk, and I can't afford them anyway." Corduroy ninja trains every day and night. Gives 110%, almost gets it right. Corduroy ninja practices his stealthy moves. Master just shakes his head, doesn't know what else to do. He can tip on his toes or crouch down real low, no matter if he moves swift or slow. Corduroy's more obstinate than anything, and that suit's got a song of its own to sing. It goes, It goes. It goes. It goes. So that is actually corduroy blocks that you are hearing. I went into Goodwill to find the corduroy for this song, and I'm going to tell you the rest of that story in a little bit. Corduroy ninja won't quit just 'cause something's hard. Travels all around the world, asking masters near and far. Someone's got to know the way to sneak around in corduroy. He will find that wise man, and his secrets he'll employ. He can tip on his toes or crouch down real low, no matter if he moves swift or slow. Corduroy's more obstinate than anything, and that suit's got a song of its own to sing. It goes. It goes. It goes. It goes. So I was walking around Goodwill squeaking all the corduroy to try to find the loudest corduroy that I could for this song. People were looking at me like, what is she doing? Just in case you were curious, the loudest corduroy I found was Tommy Hilfiger pants. Corduroy ninja found a master with finesse. She said we can make this work. Look at how I always dress. Bubble wrap ninja wears a suit made of bubble wrap. She'll sneak up on anyone, and she says that it's a snap. She says, my mama made this suit for me, and she knew that I'd make her proud one day. You must have been rich to have corduroy, and you'll be a great ninja anyway. We can tip on our toes or crouch down real low, no matter if we move swift or slow. Corduroy and bubble wrap won't hold us down. I'll teach you how to move without a sound. We'll go. All right, that is it for me today. So again, I am Alyssa Yeager of Rhiannon's Lark, and you can always find me at singinglark.com if you would like to hear more of my music, and I hope to play for you again soon. Bye, everyone.